again, welcome to today's attempt at the Fusele puzzle. This is Wordle, but the rules change on every row. So for example, on the top row, orange hints mean that the letter is within 3 of your guess in the alphabet. So when I get this rule, I actually like to start with the word added, because the D, if I get an orange hint, then I know it's A, B, C, E, F or G. And if I don't get an orange, I can just ignore the first 7 letters of the alphabet. I just find it much easier to rule out a portion of the alphabet rather than just picking letters all over the place. So we'll go for this and see if it turns out to be helpful at all. Ooh, okay. The E is green, and it does mean that none of these 3 letters can be anything from A to G. Okay, so 1 tile in the row is a lie. Of course, that doesn't matter until after we've had the guess. Let's just go for poker and see what we learn. That is quite helpful. 1 tile in the row is a lie. We know there's an E here, so that's definitely the lie. So we know we've definitely got an R somewhere. There are 1 to 3 tiles with dashed borders that must contain vowels. So we have to put a vowel here. Now this first letter has to be after a C. I was going to go for cruel, but of course we can't. So let's go for gruel instead. We'll try the U in that position. Oh wow, we've still only got the E and the R. The R can only be first or third. Now 1 to 3 tiles are incognito, we won't know what the hint is, obviously. We do know there's an R. Maybe I should try it third, or should I just try it first? Let's try it first. We'll try and get information on some new letters. Wow! We've still only got an R and an E. What is going on? Okay, my guess must repeat a letter. Maybe it's worth repeating an E, because we know we've got at least 1. Are we going to have 2? We definitely could. I think it's worth trying 3. Oh no, it can't be correct, because that last letter... Let's get rid of everything. This can't be an E, that can't be an E, and that can't be an E. Okay, so the first letter's the only one that could be an E. And... if it's an E, if it's an R and an E, I'm not sure there's a word that goes E blank, R E blank, apart from ones that we've already ruled out. So it can't be eared, or egret, or erd even. Okay, so I don't think there's a duplicated E. We can't use the O, we can't use the A, we can't use the U, and we can't use the I. So there's got to be a duplicated E, hasn't there? Or maybe it just starts with 3 consonants. But if it starts with 3 consonants... I was about to say... Okay, so I thought of 3 earlier, didn't I? It could well be through instead. T-H-R-E-W, I think that's plausible. What's the rule here? The colouring is in this. Okay, so that means we can still guess whatever we like. That restriction only comes in after we've had the guess. So I think through has got a very good chance of being correct, but we can't go for it because it doesn't repeat a letter. So what do we want to go for instead? Let's just go for 3. We'll try it. This is probably a waste of an E, but at least it will confirm whether the first letter is an E, because if this goes yellow, we'll know that the first letter is definitely an E, because that's the only other place for it. Okay. Clearly it's going to be through. I did solve that 1 guess sooner. We just weren't allowed to go for it. But better late than never. Anyway, so that's my worst for a while actually. Needed a few guesses to get that. I just didn't try TH or W quickly enough, but how was I supposed to know? It is still a successful Fusele in the end. Let me know if you did better, I'm sure you did. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.